welcome back. We are right smack dab in the middle of the strongest bull market we've seen since COVID. I'm not saying it's as strong as that market was, but it's the best we've seen since then. And what I mean by that is literally every booster box from XY, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet is positive for the year. With the exception of one, Rebel Clash I looked at. It was only down like $5 to $10, but it wasn't positive. So Rebel Clash is the one box out of all of the boxes that isn't positive for the year. Other than that though, everything's killing it. We got XY base set. It was $950 in January. Now it's going for $1,500. Team Up was $2,000 in January. Now 9 months later, it's $3,000 confirmed sales. And we've got tons of boxes that are up 20, 30% in every single era. Which begs the question, Alex, what does all this mean going forward into Q4? What does it mean for these new sets? How do we play it? Do we take profits? Do we continue to hold? I'm going to answer all those questions in just a second. But I gotta give a shout out to today's video sponsor. It is Arizona TCG. They're a consignment service for your PSA, BGS, and CGC slabs. They run all of them through their 100% positive feedback. Over 12,000 follower, over 2,000 items sold eBay store, meaning you're gonna get all the eyes of eBay upon you, and they're gonna go for top dollar. Their fees are very transparent. It's 13.5%. Anything under $100, it's an extra $5 shipping fee. However, it's about the same, if not better, than what's gonna cost to do it yourself on eBay. So make sure to check them out if that's what you're looking for. The link will be in the description and the comment section below. All right. So guys, we're seeing moves that we haven't seen in a long time, especially on these older sets. 20 and 30% moves on sets that are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old is kind of unheard of in this hobby, at least it has been in the years past. Not only that, we are seeing strength like we haven't seen for a very long time out of the gate with Twilight Masquerade and now Stellar Crown. That's right, you know I was going to talk about it. Stellar Crown is performing better than most everyone thought it would. All of the, YouTube content creator, markets, finance, business, investor space, all these people are mostly just miserable. They get up in the morning, they go sit in a dark basement, and they put a candle on, and they, listen to emo music and read Edgar Allan Poe, and they, debate themselves about why the world is so awful. That's how these people live their lives. They're negative about everything. Just remember that, right? Everything that comes out negative, that card sucks, this set sucks, too small, whatever, right? And so everyone's saying how bad it is, it's gonna perform terrible, too small. Terapagos is not Greninja, Squirtle and Bulbasaur can't carry the set. And I'm over here just saying, guys, it don't matter. This bull market, the customer base is stronger than this little YouTube space of everyone saying how bad everything is. It's stronger. And it's proving true right now. The boxes are still selling for $108 to $109 on TCG Player. If you take just sales on TCG Player of booster boxes and booster box cases, and just eBay of booster boxes and booster box cases, leaving out all the wholesale programs, all the LGS websites, all the LGSs, Amazon, Pokemon Center, everything else, leave out everything, and just take TCG Player and eBay, you're talking about over 100 plus boxes are being sold a day of Stellar Crown. It's roughly about 20 cases a day is what we are seeing move of Stellar Crown every day in this market. Now, if you go look at the inventory levels of Stellar Crown, they are being absolutely obliterated by every single day. And some of the stores are trying to keep their inventories high. They're adding more as they're selling out, and they can't keep up. And we're still a month and a half away from Surging Spark, and I don't think there's enough inventory out there to keep up with the demand for Stellar Crown right now, because people just want something to open, and Shrouded Fable didn't quite scratch that itch for everyone, and so they're all opening Stellar Crown. And if you think I'm making this up, go to any platform you want. I don't care if you go to Whatnot, or TikTok, or eBay Live, or Fanatics Live, or YouTube, you can come watch me, or you can go to Twitch, it doesn't matter. Go to any pack break stream you want, and guess what? Stellar Crown is being ripped by the box and by the case in mass. Guys, these streaming platforms now, they're leveling up, right? You have full-scale companies that employ streamers. And these streamers work 4-hour shifts all throughout the day. And they're basically streaming day and night. Every single day, 7 days a week. And people are able to get on there anytime they want throughout the day and gamble on packs. And we are seeing more packs ripped than ever before in this hobby. And so you can hear things like, well, more cards are printed more now than ever. Well, yeah, because we're opening 10 times more than we ever have in this hobby. And there's not enough to go around, contrary to what a lot of people think. They think all this stuff's infinite. It's not. It runs out. Not to mention all the sealed investors, right? Because everyone's investing in this stuff. They're putting product away. Collectors want to put product away. You got it being opened in mass. Regular consumers are just opening the product themselves, ordering it, going to a local car shop, ripping it. And it's running out. And all these sets are running out. To give you an idea, things like Flashfire, Phantom Forces, there's like 2 boxes on the entire market, 2 boxes on TCG Player, maybe 1 or 2 on eBay. They're gone. They're just being wiped out, clear. And it's going to become one of those things like a vintage box where you literally can't find them. And you're just crossing your fingers one eventually comes to the market at auction so you can buy it, because otherwise they're nowhere to be found. Even sets like Unbroken Bonds and Unified Minds, they're only 5-year-old sets, guys. 5 years old. Think about some of your favorite Sword and Shield sets. How old are those? 2, 3, 4 years old? Getting there. Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, 5 years old. There's less than 15 boxes of some of those on eBay. Less than 10 on TCG Player. Where are they? Thought they were everywhere. Thought everyone was doing this. Where are they at? They are being ripped in mass. And that's why this is so dangerous. This market, it's so dangerous right now because even if a market downturns in the future, okay, and demand falls, the supply still isn't there to have the prices fall. Because it's not like before when people were buying it to collect or buying it to invest, and then when things went up, they would sell it, or if things went down and they panicked, they would sell it. It's not there to sell anymore. It's gone. It's ripped. The boxes no longer exist. And this is going to continue to become a trend as streaming culture continues to thrive. And that's why you're seeing all these prices rise so quickly and hold, is because the product's gone. And so demand can just stay where it's at. It can even drop. And the prices are still going to rise because there's just none available. And the few people that actually want the box, they're willing to pay for it because they know how scarce it is. And then we get into this issue of, well, Alex, what do I do about these new sets though? Like, they can still get reprinted. Should I take profits? If you want. Nothing wrong with taking profits. You want to take profits on Paldea where you can get a reprint? You want to take profits on Twilight Masquerade? You think it ran up too much too fast? You want to take your profits? I know a lot of you were listening to me and you were buying it at pre-release because I told you it was a bull market. You need to buy this. And you bought them for like what, $540, $550, $560 a case, and now you can sell them for $800 plus a case? Sure, take your profits if you want to. Why not? 151? Guys, 151 regular ETBs were selling in the 40s in January. Now they're selling in the 80s. You are literally 90% up on your money. UPCs, PC ETBs, you've made so much on 151. Sure, take your profits if you're worried about reprints. I know everyone's worried about reprints, then take your money. What else you want me to tell you? Take it. Not only that, guys, the reprints, right? If anyone's worried about long-term effects of reprints, they're really worried about reprints, because it's all the news, the craze. Go back and look at Roaring Skies and Primal Clash. These were some of the most heavily reprinted sets next to Evolutions, okay? They were dumped on the market in such an enormously large lump sum, way late, like far after they were released. And they crashed the market on those boxes. These were some of the only boxes, that actually reached the 70s on the open market and sat there in the 70s. Both those boxes are now selling for over $700. You are talking about a 10x, close to a 10x in just 6-ish years, 6-7 years from the reprint time. Maybe 5-6 years. The reprint was late. The reprint was probably like 17, 18, 19, I forget. You're talking like 5, 6, 7 years. Those things have 7x'd. And you're worried about reprints. You saw how bad Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike got reprinted. They sat at $80 forever. What did those do? Those are over, 100, 200% gains. And so if you're worried about the short-term financial gain you can get, then sell them. If you're really like stressed out about it and you don't want to see your dollars go down in your spreadsheets, go sell Twilight, go sell Paldea, go sell 151, take your profits, realize the gains, and just sit there on the cash and wait for the reprint or buy into the new sets. Guys, this ain't gonna end. If you ask me, not financial advice again. If you ask me, Surging Spark's gonna do better than Stellar. We're gonna see Stellar likely run into the 115, 120 mark because remember, there is still a month and a half before we see Surging Spark and people need something to open. So we're going to see that most likely rise. And then Surging's going to come out. And we're not going to see boxes go under $100 right now, guys. The market's too strong. The buyer pool is too strong. And so surging's going to come out. And anyone who pre-ordered at 90, 95, even under $100 a box, you're going to be immediately up on your investment. That set's going to be at 115, 120, 130. I don't know. It's being pre-ordered more than any set since, like I said, COVID times. We're seeing 500 plus cases in Eli's distribution program. We're seeing stores take down their pre-orders because they feel like they've already oversold and they're not going to get allocated enough product. We're seeing investors move in faster than they would have before, and they're putting cases away. Like I said, the streaming culture, it's not dying, it's growing. We're going to see Surging Spark open more than any set because why? Well, it's going to be a larger set. People are going to want to chase after whatever's in there. And I don't care what's in there. I don't care. Stop telling me about your stupid leaks and what you think about the Pokemon and what you think about the hits. I do not care. What is in that set, it's going to do well. It's going to do well. Same thing goes. If this was a bear market, and everything was negative, and everything was dropping, and I looked at X, Y, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet, and every box was down, I'd say there's very little Pokemon can do to put in this set to have this box perform well at open. I'd tell you that. It'd have to be Evolving Skies, because no other box would be able to perform well out of the gate. It doesn't matter what Pokemon's in it or how hard the hit rates are or whatever, because in a bear market, things go down. So you just have to understand this. You have to get out of the hobbyist mentality and understand the finances behind the market. And that's why these things are going to perform so well. The confidence, right? The chase. You have buyers buying 100, 120, 140 of these boxes every single day, and it's Stellar Crown. This is a set that everybody hates, apparently. If that's selling, how good are the good sets going to do? Even if Surging Spark's a decent set, it's going to do at least better than Stellar Crown. And Stellar Crown's doing pretty freaking good. Guys, the bull market is here. Congratulations to everyone that's on board, that did buy in, that's holding sealed boxes right now. Anyone that's on the outside looking in, you've missed a good amount of the run. It's not too late. I still believe in buying these newer sets at pre-release. If you can get in at 90, 95-ish, even 96, 97, $98, I think you're going to be immediately up at release. I don't think these boxes are going to trail under $100 anytime soon. I think you'll have opportunity to probably take short-term gains, as that's what you're wanting. And you're saying, well, Alex, how can I do that? If the box is 95 and it only goes to 120, it's like after fees and shipping, buy by the case, right? If I can buy a case for $550 or $570 and the boxes go to 120, well, that's $720. Well, there's a margin there. There's a margin there. You can literally make short-term flips or shorter-term investments because of the strength of this market and because Pokemon is not putting out any reprints. Now, like people say, we're going into reprint season, so that could happen. So like I said, if you already know things like Chilling, Fusion, Roaring Skies, Primal Clash, they're going to be fine long term, and you're okay with that, hold. If you're worried about your spreadsheet going down temporarily or you losing some of your realized gains and you want to realize some of them, sell. I'm not like joking here, guys. Like sell. Like sell your Twilight, sell your Paldea, sell your 151. Sell anything that sell Evolving Skies if you think that's going to be stagnant for a while. Take your profits. No one ever got hurt taking profits. But and that's better than sitting around worrying yourself to death every day that something's going to get reprinted and fall in price and it's going to ruin your whole day, your whole year. If you have a shorter term mindset, then take shorter term profits. If you have a longer term mindset, then don't worry about all this stupid market noise and reprints and this and ups and downs. Because guess what? In 5 years, you're not even going to remember what got reprinted and by how much and what was that, what when. It's not going to matter. Are you sitting on Fusion Strike right now thinking, man, remember when it was 80 and then it went to 120 and then it came back to 100 and then it did this and that and this and that? No, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking, well, I've owned this box for 2.5 years now and I'm up 200%. I'm pretty happy with that. That's it. That's all this is. That's all this is. Simple as it is. So that's all I got today, guys. Bull market's in full swing. Obviously, during these times, things are moving rapidly. Everything's very liquid. If you have been holding things and they have been rising, you have a team up, position, or you have a XY base or some of these major gain positions, and you want to realize some gains into the strength. Never a bad idea. Be very careful buying in to this strength. Be very careful paying $1,500 for an XY box or $3,000 for a team up box. You could always see retracements at some point if more supply hits the market, if the market does cool off. And so be careful with that. But, it's fun. These are fun times. And so just be careful if you are buying. Make smart decisions if you are selling. Make sure they're not emotionally driven, and they are, based off, that they've hit price points you want to get to. You like the liquidity of the market right now. You have a better place to put the money, whatever it may be. And this is one times in the hobby where you can do very well and you can start to realize those gains, and you get to experience some of that positivity that a lot of people who have been in the hobby for a long time have experienced before. And why everyone's so, positive about investing or buying and selling in this stuff, because they've experienced this. Well, guess what? It's your turn. This is your turn to be able to take some profits and feel good about yourself. And so I wish everyone the best. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. Be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.